Hello everyone, I'm Al from A. Brooks Kanga Roof. I'm one of the trainers here at A. Brooks Kanga Roof, right here in Levittown, Pennsylvania. We get phone calls periodically on roof leaks actually in the bathrooms. People call us up and say they have a stain in their bathroom up along the ceiling. It could be actually on the second floor also. And what I'm going to show you guys today is how to replace a pipe boot and what to look for. So as you can see right here, this is a pipe boot that has failed. The rubber grommet, this is a rubber seal that goes around the pipe, and then there's a base flange that goes underneath the shingles. Typically you'll see these failing around 8 to 10 years. Could be shorter depending on the heat of the area and the install. So the first thing you'll see of course in your house, you'll see a stain. You may see some paint peeling from the wall, and you're wondering, and it's always going to be generally right at the wall crease, near a bathroom, or if there's a bathroom on the second floor. So the first thing I'm going to show you is you would need I like to use this putty knife, round nose, especially with these dimensional shingles. They're very hard to take apart. They have an aggressive seal. So what I like to do, I like to get this putty knife in it. Every 3 foot, 37 inches is going to be a seam. So you're going to want to get it in here, and you're going to want to cut it to get the shingle to break apart. And once you get it broken apart, you can see it's pliable, and we can start removing the nails. So I'm gonna take it, loosen it all up, and you try and get it here, you may rip it. And there's some guys, they'll like to use a flat bar. I'm not a fan of the flat bar on these shingles because they tend to break and rip very easily with a thicker bar. So I like to loosen it with this first, come along the edge, and get it across. So you're probably asking yourself, how many shingles do I need to take out? So on this pipe boot here, we're gonna wanna, you have a seam here, you're gonna wanna take this shingle out, this one, another one here, and we're gonna get away with taking this shingle out. So I'll start taking the nails out. We're gonna use a flat bar, Wonder Bar from Stanley. And you're gonna get underneath. You really wanna pry it, and once you start popping it, hit the shingle down, remove the nail. You could also use a hammer if it's hard. You get up underneath of it with your hammer. If you need to, tack it, pop it down. And don't worry if you rip these shingles, because we're gonna replace these shingles. If you don't have the shingles, I would recommend bringing shingles to replace, or maybe you want to try and reuse the shingles. You could do that also. Remove the nails. Get this last one here. And this shingle is gonna come off. As you can see here, we could reuse this shingle if need be. It's a newer shingle. Now, here's our next shingle we're gonna take out. Of course, I'm gonna loosen these nails up. There's one nail here we're gonna have to take out from this shingle. We won't have to take this whole shingle out. And people ask, they're wondering what these pipes are for. These are to allow air into your plumbing system. So you have 2, 3 bathrooms, you have a laundry room, you could have up to 3 pipes in your house, or vent pipes. So exactly what it is, it allows air into your plumbing system. Without a vent pipe, what would happen is, if you can envision a 2-liter bottle of soda, you take that 2-liter bottle, flip it over, blump, 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 sucks air from the top. But if you poke a hole in the top, everything flushes. There's our next one we're gonna take out. We'll sit it down. And now we gotta take this shingle out. So you see, whoever did this one, they kind of two-piece the shingle. I'm not a fan of that. I like to go one shingle right around it. Again, sometimes they're tough. They don't want to come out, especially if that nail's in a rafter. Oh, get that one out. And looks like we have another nail top here. So we have this training center at A. Brooks. We bring guys in, we train them. All our new incoming employees, bring them in, train them on how to do pipe boots, chimney flashing, skylights, valleys. Come up here and we train them properly to get everybody, so we're not on your roof learning how to roof. And here again, we have another nail right here. I'm gonna take that one out. The least amount of shingles to take out, the better. And I could probably get away with flipping this over, but I want to replace this shingle because there's a slice. Actually, when the install was being done, they sliced right through this shingle. All right, now we have water and ice shield that's going around this. We can cut this and remove it. This is just a patch that they put. Little secondary, another added. Looks like this pipe has been used a couple times here. We're gonna remove that. That's trash. We'll throw that right in the trash. Now we gotta take the pipe boot off. Take the nails out. And remove this out. Just like so. And now it'll slide right out. As you can see, this pipe has failed. Dried out. That should be tight around the pipe. So we're gonna get rid of that. So now we have, go to any supply house and get pipe boots. Standard pipe boot, economy brand here. You have, this pipe is multi-sized. It'll go up to 3-inch. You cut the rubber spots out and go from 1.5 inches, 2-inch to 3-inch. This one is 3-inch to 4-inch. So we just gotta remove this tab. So if I tried to put this one on, that wouldn't work. There's too much gap there. So that's the wrong size. This is a 2-inch PVC pipe. And again, it's set up for 1.5 inches. So you set the pipe on there and you're gonna see how big of the ring you gotta cut out. So this is a 2-inch. We're gonna cut it out. And what I like to use is a pair of snips. I'll slice it, cut it right at that line. And as easy as that, you're pulling that ring right on out of there. And now, this should fit right on there. It'll be nice and tight. And that would go right onto a steeper pitch. This is a very steep pitch roof. So you're gonna have to get that on there nice and tight. You're gonna push it down, you have to work on it. Of course, we're on a steep pitch roof. We would have jacks underneath this. And we're gonna sit that down nice and tight. And we'll put a couple nails into it. Let's get that thing down a little bit better. There we go. And we're gonna push that just like that. We'll grab a couple nails. And what I like to do is put a nail right in each corner. Okay, and we can throw one here in the center also. Put some sealant on them and it'll be good. Next step, we would do, put the shingles right around it. Place your shingle again. This is a repair. So here's your full shingle. What we like to do is size it up. You're gonna line this shingle up over here where this shingle is. Lay it right there in place. And we'll put a mark right here. Put a mark right here. So you can see you got 2 little marks there. And then you're gonna line it up right here. You're gonna see how high the back of this pipe boot is. So kind of line it up like that. So I got, here's my line. And I got a line here and a line here. I'm gonna go right on down. Right on down that one. And go right on around. Make a circle. So other option you have instead of a hook blade, you have an old pair of snips or shears, you could actually cut this. I'd use an old pair, don't use a new pair, because it will dull, and you'll see some contractors do it that way. Roofers generally will use a hook blade. So now let's see how we have, and we could always trim it if need be, and actually fit very nice. So now we're gonna sit this right in place. Let's slip underneath of this shingle, and it's gonna match right into the old one. Hold the shingle with your hammer. Always want to keep your nails at least 6 inches away from this seam, because water will come down these seams and come across. Now you're going to have to lift this shingle up. I generally like to lift it with a finger underneath of there. And again, you got to put another one here. Biggest thing is now, guys, is when you replace the shingle, you're going to have a hole right here. What we like to do, we like to take a tube of blackjack sealant, and you'll seal that hole with some blackjack. It's always good. Wait till the end to do all these sealing so you're not making a mess on yourself. All right, let's get this one set up. We're gonna put a nail right here. And now it'll be for that shingle. I'll grab another shingle. Line it up the same way, repeat. Now line it up with this seam here, right here, and again line it up over here. Now you got a mark in the shingle. Mark there, and again just a little eyeball. Kind of do a trace mark. Now it's going to be a little tougher because you're going to go through 2 plies for the shingle. Dimensional shingles are single ply, double ply, certain spots. Always good to use a nice sharp hook blade. You gotta cut through one and cut through again. And it's always easier with warm shingles. Try to do this in the winter, your knuckles will be burning. And like I said, see how it's a little short? We're gonna make it a little bit bigger. So this could doesn't hurt. Always make sure when you are cutting, you're not cutting through the shingle underneath. Let's see how this is. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more on this one. Let's see how this is working. Test run. Actually, that fits perfect. And same thing. Repeat and repeat. There's some nails. So we're gonna have to flip this shingle up. Get underneath of that one, line it up, get in there, line it up. We're gonna put a nail a little high here. We don't want a nail in this flange area. And of course, like I told you, don't blackjack that or you're gonna get the stuff all over you. Wait till the end to do all your sealings. And we're gonna put a nail up high. And then of course, we put the last shingle on and that would finish it up. We would take blackjack. You want to seal your old to your new shingle. Put a little dab. We like to put a little dab there, that'll hold it down. Even your new shingles, a little dab there, that'll hold that down for you. Last, and hit every one of them. Any of the nails, nail holes. The key one is that one right there. The last thing I like to do is, on a pipe boot, the black stuff all over it, take some clear silicone. I like to use the OSI 270. And I put a little bead right around that shingle. That'll stop the water from, on a steep pitch you won't have it so much, tracking across. And of course, hit your nail that we have exposed there, and also hit these nails. And I think that's about it for a pipe boot replacement. I hope that helped you guys. Do a little lick of the finger, a little stab there so the silicone don't stick to you. Get yourself a new pipe boot. Thank you.
A Brooks Kanga Roof. We hop to it.